All right, you guys get ready to get rolling?
Yeah, let's send it down range.
You're listening to the Modern Dad Experience.
Cheers, boys.
Cliggity, cliggity.
Boom.
Kind of a big deal, this episode.
Yeah.
Our first guest.
After
First guest?
You are our first guest.
Wow.
after
Welcome.
23 episodes, half a year of recording.
We have our first guest, and it's our good friend, Joe Corcoran, who actually started the Dad's Club that we're involved in now at our elementary school. He started in 2015, which indirectly is kind of the reason we even have this podcast, because this, the idea for the Modern Dad Experience was bred through me joining that group at a time in my life where I needed some dad, some dad energy, and had a great experience. So I think it's only fitting that we start off today, Joe, with you kind of giving us that origin story of how the Dad's Club came to be. It's fantastic. And so, yeah, just tell us what you went through.
Dirty details.
All right, here we go. So it was our second year at Lindbergh. My oldest was in first grade, and we had a kindergartner, and we had one in preschool. And I remember this day, I was working out. I was out in Union, Missouri, and I was seeing some clients, and I was dressed up. I had a tie on, and I had like cufflinks on. And I remember my wife telling me, like, oh, as soon as you're done with that, they got a meeting tonight. They want to start a Dad's Club up at the school. It's meeting at the library. And she's like, I read about it. I think you might like this. And I was like, oh,
Sign you up for some shit.
I signed you up. Like, okay, like, all right. Like,
Which has been going on since the beginning of
and I was out in Union, which is a little drive, right? It's good, close to an hour, 45 minutes or an hour to get in. So I think I came home, or I might have went straight there, but I go to the school library, and my wife had told me, like, hey, one of the other schools has this, and they're raising a ton of money. They're bringing a ton of coin down to help the school. And what was going on at Long is, this is before you guys were there, our playgrounds all had wood chips all around them, and we had two little girls in wheelchairs.
Damn.
Right? And you can kind of picture it, right? This playground is
That's not
all the
very accessible.
kids, and they're on the outside, maybe they got some friends hanging out, but if they didn't, you just picture it. It's a strong image, like, oh man, that's... So, like, my wife told me that they want to raise some money. They want to not pave them, but they want to put down the mats, and that way it's accessible to everybody. And it was like, $50,000 or something. And this is pre-COVID money. This is like real money.
Yes.
And so she said, hey, they want to see about starting a group, right? Some dads get together. And so I go to the meeting. I'm all dressed up. I got a tie on. I got the cufflinks, and they're like the Cardinals ones. And we're sitting down, and I think there was 5 of us. There was Dave Reinhardt. He was the PTO president. And then there was Justin Crow, and then Brian King. You guys know Brian?
Yes.
And then Matt Freed. You guys might know Matt. He's another local long dad. And I'm pretty sure that was it. Just 5 of us. And we're sitting down, and the one guy, the PTO guy, was talking about, hey, how the other schools have this, and telling us about the problem and what's going on. And he's like, you know what, we really want to do something, but I don't have time to lead it. I can't do it. Yeah, and then they kind of go around the room. The other guy, Brian King, he's a pastor at a church. He's like, well, I run a whole church. I don't have time. It's great. I love everything we're talking about, but I don't have time for this. And then the next guy, Justin Crow, he's like, I'm an optometrist. And my practice is literally, I think he was in Union. He was like, I literally have to, I drove straight here for this. And then the last guy, Matt Freeze, he's a great guy. He's like, dude, I'm just a carpenter. Like, I swing a hammer. Like, I can help, but I'm not like, that ain't me. And then Brian King, who's helped the whole way. And he's like, I think the guy wearing French cuffs here at the meeting is the one that should be in charge.
I knew when you said how you were dressed, it's like that you led to you being president.
Yeah,
You're the guy. Everybody steps back, and you're right there.
Yeah. So the whole time I'm taking notes. I'm like, all right, here's the deal. If I'm in charge, we got to have business cards. Okay, we're gonna have shirts. I want to have hats. We need to have cards that we pass out. So like at the school, you're like, hey man, you know about this, and you hand it to another dad.
Well, that'd be cool if we brought that back.
We still got them. We got the. We have to
I'd
find
hand those
them.
out like a
The
motherfucker.
original, they're black, and they just say "Long Dad's Club," and on the back, it's just got like a Yoda quote, and that's it.
I love
no
it.
phone number.
I have
no
never
website.
seen one. I love it.
Oh,
We
maybe,
gotta-
yeah, that's cool.
We got a box.
If
They're
we
high
need more,
gloss. You
if we
can't
can-
write on them.
Nice.
No, but we should have. If we get more, we should say like every third Thursday or something.
Yeah, that's what the Kennerly dads they do that. They have because they meet at the same place
Yeah.
the whole time, and so theirs says whatever second Thursday of the month meet at not Delaney's but the one over there on Baptist Church Hessler's Club.
Okay.
And they take that back room. So anyway, I was like,
Hessler's Club.
the ones are like, I think you should be in charge. I'm like, okay, I want to be in charge, but we're going to change things. And the main thing we got to change is the second meeting is not in the library.
Never again. We're gonna be in the library. correct?
We're going to do a brewery tour. That's the second meeting.
That's hilarious.
We're going to do a brewery tour, and we went from 5 guys showing up. The second meeting, we had like 40 guys show up
Cool.
because we marketed it.
Cool.
Right? We talked to the principal.
Well, and let me stop you right there. I mean, like the power in that alone, like just rebranding it just slightly to make it something that's doable for dads. It's something that they can get involved in. Was such a huge moment, And I mean, it's a great story, but God, I love that aspect of it. Just getting outside of the library and putting it into a context where dads can be comfortable and they can be creative and do all those things. That's what this is all about. All right, I'll let you roll. I'm sorry.
And so that next meeting, we had a brewery tour lined up. We had a little too much fun, right? But we raised money. The first year, every event we did, every meeting, we'd get a pitcher from wherever local establishment we're at, and everybody, you'd show up, you'd throw in $1 or $5.
Just at the meeting, you raised some dough.
Every meeting,
Man, we
yes.
have lost our way.
Every
a little.
single
Please.
meeting, we
Lost
put
our way.
a picture out. Everybody throw, and we go to. We had meetings at all up and down Lindbergh there, Mellow Mushroom. That barbecue place, Sauce and Brews or whatever.
Beer Bros or whatever.
By the way, I'm the new president. Like this year, like
Congratulations,
official. Thank
yeah.
you so much. But so these things are coming back, and
Yeah.
like this is like gold for me. I love it. Thank you.
This is like a good consultation.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and the thing was, we had a clear, defined goal. We had 2 little girls, and one of them, the dad, was part of the dad's club. He was our treasurer. I was president.
Nice.
He was treasurer. We weren't folded into the 5013C yet, so we would just keep cash. I would give it to the PTO people. I would keep a little extra for anything we wanted to do, and that way we had something we could spend without.
Nice.
And we would, and then at the end of the year, we just gave the
I like
PTO
that
all of
model
our
better,
cash.
by the way. But we're
Well,
where
we
we
weren't-
are now.
We were in a 5013C, and at the first year, it was like, there's a lot to take on becoming your own 5013C. I recently started one for the Lindbergh Frisbee team.
Okay.
But
Nice.
it's a lot of work. And in
Yes.
the beginning, like, we're just trying to raise money, have fun, and, maybe build some stuff. And that's what we did. We ended up designing. That first year, we designed, I went to the principal, and she said, hey, that's great, but we need some more library bookshelves. The librarians, they had these, industrial, commercial ones, but the librarians want just a couple more. And here's the spaces and sizes. So we built in my garage in the middle of winter.
Nice.
It was one of those little like mini ice storms. I wasn't sure who was going to show up. Dan Crawley
Yep.
showed up, and him and I cut wood and cut wood and cut wood and cut wood and did all the wood cutting in one night. And then from there, we put it all together. Dated them out, took them all apart, and painted and painted and
Is this
painted.
what you were cutting recently, not that long ago, or was that for something different?
They-
That was something for different. I mean, we
They're
do
at the
projects
school.
all the
Yeah.
time.
They're at the
now,
school. They
so-
have a plaque on the side, one of the Long
Nice.
Dad's Club plaques. Whenever they finish this remodel, they'll probably need a little touch up. I imagine the back will need to be reattached.
Right.
That I think is birchwood
I got your back on that one for sure. I'll
And
take care
then
of it.
what else did we do the first year? I mean, biggest thing was just getting dads out of the house, getting them together. I remember one dad called me 3 times because he needed a jump start. And it seems like something simple.
Yeah.
You guys
It's
think
that
about
network of people, though,
Yeah.
knowing you can rely on some
And you
easy
think about like,
shit
well,
is-
when did you first learn to jump start a car? And we can all go through stories of when our dad or our uncle or our mom or whoever it was taught us that. But this is a guy, is a good dude. I still like him, good friend, Lindbergh dad, and he just didn't know, right? And they had a new car, not new, but new enough to him that he just killed it. And luckily, through the dad's club, he's like, dude, I know who to call.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the biggest things that comes from this is when you bring all these dads together, everybody has different skill sets.
Dude, every one.
You know, everybody. I may be good at one thing, but completely clueless in something else. And you know, outside of an organization like this, outside of a movement like this, you might not be able to access those things. And I think that's where the strength of community comes in.
And even if you access them, it can be that thing where you're like, am I getting a deal? Am I getting a decent deal?
Right.
Am I getting
but you're
even
with
good
the people
advice?
that you live
Like,
with, the community. I mean, it's
Right.
It not only makes you stronger, it makes your community stronger. It makes everybody around you stronger, which is what. I mean, that's what we should all be doing. Let's get a little bit better every day. All of us, right?
We talked
Let's
about a
bring everybody.
database being like, who does what and how can we benefit? How can different dads benefit from this?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And then maybe I know somebody that needs this thing and I could recommend.
But
it.
without that first jumping off point, right? And it was an event. I don't know if I ever got that part of the story. You know, that it was some accessibility issues on the playground. But I mean, just that one event. Think about how that just triggered all these things, and you know, bringing dads together in any capacity, I think is just a positive thing.
I'm thinking if you weren't dressed for that client meeting, that it would have just been a meeting of like, yeah, it sounds like a good idea, but we got no leader, so we're just gonna fall apart.
Well, the whole time we were talking, I'm like, oh, this could be cool. All right.
All right.
And I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm like, all right, I need business cards. And I'm taking notes, and they're like, I want you to be in charge. I'm like, well, then we got a checklist. Like, this is what we got to do. Like, if we're going to do this,
Ready to
man.
go.
We're
Here's
gonna
my
have a good
90-day plan.
right? We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to make it cool. And it's turned out bigger than anything I could have imagined.
Dude, when you think about it, it's like I don't want to call it a no-brainer, but it seems like every single school that you're going to be involved with for 4 to 5, 3 years, whatever it is, like they should have some kind of thing like this. You would think it'd be a great benefit to all dads or most dads or any dads that have time. But
So
Damn.
if you're out there listening and you're not in this community,
let's build more dads clubs.
Start one. And you know, I mean, it's all about the community, but someday down the road, maybe we could all, you know, link up together. Just like, you know, AI's coming.
It definitely
everything's
will.
coming.
It's
but
more likely to happen by doing this now,
Right.
right? You know what I mean? We're only upping our chances of like a longevity of cohesion and collaboration by this
some great words, Brad.
powwow.
And it's really easy to start. I mean, you go to either your school PTO, PTG board, or you go to just the school principal and just say, hey, I want to start a dad's club. We want to raise money and build
Yeah.
things for the school.
You just go to your local tavern.
Can you send out an email, say that we're going to meet if you're interested?
Go to your local tavern, talk to the bartender, and say, "Can I come here with 10 people?"
Yeah, and then, exactly. And that's right.
I'm
The
bringing
first
you
year,
10 people worth of business.
Right.
on a
Oh,
regular
Dad's
basis.
Club.
Yeah. Second Thursday of every month.
make
We're
it
gonna be
solid.
here, right?
Make it a solid time,
Put it-
same
right.
time every month. Come up with a normal meeting place. Playing something fun every year.
I love the idea of having a pitcher there though, because it gets the mindset of let's raise money.
We're doing-
I don't care if it's $10.
This
or
is what we're
$2.
here
Yeah.
for,
Right.
right? This is
Well,
why we're here.
The first year, maybe it was the second year. Actually, it wasn't the first year. It was the second or third year we had someone in the Lindbergh community passed away. It was a family, and they lost dad. Dad passed. He, I believe it was an aspiration. It was a lung breathing issue. And, you know, family, but like most families, wasn't equipped for that. They weren't ready for that. And so we had a meeting, and the meeting was, hey, we're doing the same thing tonight, but everything raised tonight is going straight to that family. We weren't technically a part of the board. We weren't part of the PTO. We weren't part of anything, so we could just give them money. And so we had the picture out. We met at Mellow Mushroom, and that getting sent out from the principal. Hey, Dad's Club's meeting tonight. Anything you raise tonight is going to go to the family of. And we had a huge attendance that night. We raised, I would just be making up a number if I said it, but it was under 1,000, but a high several hundreds
awesome.
that we raised just hanging out at Mellow Mushroom.
Really?
And we had some of the guys, that's the night Nathan Groden, his first ever visit. The guy is one of our barbecue champs that has been a huge help.
Yeah.
We had 2 or 3 people show up that night, first night ever coming.
Nathan, he was the guy who
Huge
did
for
Frog
Frog
Fest.
Fest.
Oh, yeah.
He did the
Yeah,
event for us.
he all showed up just because that one night we raised money for a local dad.
Hey,
just those little
listen,
events,
like personally, like for me, I had heart surgery in 2024, and there was multiple people on the Dad's Club who stepped up to help my family during that time. I mean, like, you know, I personally felt it. Personally felt it. And it's, you know, it's, and which is one of the reasons why I want to be such a big part of it, that I could give back.
Well, dude, it was cool to see you guys up at school, up at the Long Elementary. When I was walking out of there, and then I got home and saw the email. I was like, oh, I see.
For what's that?
For Dad's Club.
Like the back to school night or something?
Yeah, not back to school. Yeah, it was at back to school night, meet the teacher. But they had a table there.
Are you talking about this year?
Yeah, just a couple
Oh, yeah,
nights ago.
couple
You sent
nights
out an
ago.
email that was like, hey, if you have any time, help us out. We'll be there at the table. And I was like, see you later.
Right. Good job, boys. Listen.
I was like,
Hold on.
good work.
Meet
I gotta
the
go home
teach-
and eat. You guys stay
meet the
here.
teacher night is tough because of a few different things. Like in the summer, we kind of all break for everybody goes on vacation. Everybody does a lot of things. So summer is kind of wide open. We've had a tough time getting together for this podcast in the summer, right? I mean, it's very hard. But so meet the teacher just comes out of nowhere. You've been doing your summer.
Oh, it's a
routine.
curveball.
Oh,
It is.
curveball! Like, oh wait,
I'm in
next
school, like,
next
wait, what?
week we're supposed to
Markers, scissors?
Here I am.
Emily's
the new,
like, I got all
Here
this
I am,
shit.
the new president of
July,
Dad's
July
Club.
5th, and you're like, back to teacher.
And
What?
so, like 2 days before meet the teacher, I'm like, oh shit, I better send out an email to like maybe get some help, which I did, and nothing down to any of the dads out there, but I didn't have a whole lot of help, man. It was me at that table all night, but.
I thought he was manning it for a little while.
Oh no, it
Ryan
was
had your
me.
back.
I was the man
Ryan had your
at
back,
the
though.
table. Ryan had the ex-president had my back for a little while, but yeah, it was
Approaching that table was mostly like shame. Shame.
shame.
I tell you what, those nights though, the back to teacher night, meet your teacher, walk the building night. They've changed it over the years. Sometimes they have one or two. Those were always the best recruiting tools ever
For Dad's Clubs, yeah.
And a lot of times the dads aren't always there, but the moms
Let me
will
go with
sign.
that.
I wish I would have stood there and,
They
and
will
hustled it more.
Well, and not even that, because they used to. I don't know.
You should have had sign-up sheets for like all the events. Like the
Yeah,
wives
set
write
up
their
now,
name.
right?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
No.
I remember for at one point they had a one night only for kindergartners. It was like kindergarten picnic or something, and they invited all the new families because they're all brand new, and you generally have them all in a room at one point talking. The principal would, and I would make sure I was there during that, and I would get up in front and talk about, hey, look, we built this, we built that, we built this. We meet at breweries, we play yard games, we raise money, and we try to make it easier for your teachers. And we get your dad out of the house, your grandpa, your uncle, like anybody. You can come. Dad's Club is just a name. You come. I don't care who comes. Everybody come.
Right.
And I would have moms that would come up and be like, my husband needs to this. He needs to get out of the house. He's on your list.
Emily, my wife signed me up actually very initially, and I still haven't got the email, even though I'm on the thing.
So it's because the wives have just signed up for all the parties in the classroom, and they're like, my husband needs to do something.
Right.
Sign him up for Dad's Club.
Here's his
I
name
can
and
hear
number.
him saying,
Little
"Well,
do they
we do it
know
all."
that their husband's gonna have a great time.
And I would,
He's gonna have a great time.
I would always say something to the effect of, tell them, right? You preface with that. When you go home, tell your husband, hey, I signed you up for Dad's Club. Don't worry. It's a lot of fun. They meet at the park.
Right.
They build things. They raise some money. They enjoy cold drinks.
Yes.
I would not say alcohol because it's kids' school, but I'd word it so they knew what was going on.
Right.
And I would literally say, go home and tell them this. And I'd give them 2 sentences of
Pretty
exactly
good.
what
They
to
enjoy
say.
cold drinks.
Tell them.
Cold
in the
drinks.
park after the sun's down.
I do want to make a distinction though, because I'm working towards building just a little bit newer model.
Yeah.
Because
Well.
the dads, we have a great time, but I feel like we're missing out on a lot of dads who have a lot to offer, who
For
aren't into
Sure.
getting banged out, having a great time, right?
100%,
I
dude.
mean, there's this whole other level that I want to tap into because they have so much to offer that they're not there for the party, but they want to be involved, right?
Oh, yeah.
One of the things I'm trying to do this year with our Dad's Club is like the first hour of our meeting is business. We're going to talk about what projects we have, what we need, these things.
That will engage people more. you
Yeah.
know?
And then after that, hey, listen, just so you know, after that first hour, we're going to get loose. If you want to stay and get loose with us, you don't have to. You can stay and not get loose, but like that, this is how this goes. But I just want everybody to know, like, that first hour, right,
Everybody.
is all business
Yeah.
for
Take
everyone.
care of business.
I like it.
Yeah, because I feel like we've missed out on some great dads, and they come to events, they do things, but they're not as much a part of the group because not everybody's into all that.
We almost need an itinerary that you can email.
Yep.
But
I used to bring up the first year, I'd bring an itinerary every meeting.
Yep.
Everybody gets a piece of paper. Here's what we're going to talk about tonight. Well, that was like, hey, well, what do I got
trying
to
to get
do?
this shit
I'm
off the
going to
ground.
write it down. I'd bring pens. I'd bring a little old school itinerary piece of paper. I wouldn't always email it out. Sometimes I was a little procrastinator, so
Yeah.
which I call clutch.
Clutch.
But
It's hard, man.
get it
I mean,
done
you
when
got-
it counts.
You know, I got a business, I got a family, I got all these things. I'm
Dude,
on
that'll-
boards.
It'll be a paradigm shift. Dads will have to get used to being on time to
But-
a meeting.
For sure.
Doing that,
Unless
that
you do, like,
small,
30
the
minutes of
difficult
happy-
thing will make other things in life easier.
Down the
and better.
road, it's going to make us stronger and better. I mean,
Yeah, but
down the road,
it'll-
that's it.
But if
Yeah.
you do 30 minutes of happy hour and then hard meeting.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, you're trying to get drunk before the business.
No, I'm trying to get people there for the meeting because people show up like
When does it start?
Tardy.
Is it 7 or
A lot of
8?
people show up
7,
tardy.
8 depends. I think
Tardy
this
is-
week's 8. We're going to the park behind our house.
This Thursday?
Yep, this
I should put it
Thursday
on
is
my
first.
calendar.
Yeah,
Gee.
it's the second Thursday of every month except for the first month of school.
Oh.
We do the Thursday that they start.
this Thursday.
Yep. So
8
this
p.m.
Thursday, down the street
Alumni night.
in the park. You're there. Are you coming?
Let me check.
Come.
I know. I'll check.
yeah,
I'm going to
Let's get
plan
a
on
stack
going.
of cards. I will hand these out like candy.
Yeah, we need.
Dude,
to
I need
do
to
that.
find those
We do
cards.
all
I
There's
will
that.
still a
happily be like, you know, my
sleeve of
dad's coming. If they
cards.
show anything to
Boom.
take
They
some
look,
notes.
they're
okay.
like hard gloss.
I think you should only pass them out to like hardcore members like Jimmy.
that want to be there.
Well, it was just like
There
at the
should be a
beginning. It was like, how do we tell people?
Rite of passage.
And you're like, you got preschoolers in kindergarten, so you're you're like,
Yep.
you're meeting your
Ideally,
lines,
we'd have like
you know about
you
this, you know about
a
this.
quarter of the dads there, right? Like, I mean, in all honesty, how many kids go to Long? 200?
300 maybe over the.
Were you gonna say 6?
I was
It
going to
might
say
be
6.
6.
Well, yeah, I
Holy
mean, there's
cow.
6 grades. There's
Tell me
four
more.
Four classes in each.
Tell me
So
more.
yeah,
five.
600.
Where is
20,
this school
yeah, you
located?
said 20 to 25.
Close to 600. Yep.
600?
Close to 600.
All right, so we should have 100 dads coming out and kicking it. That'd be a lot.
I think the most we've ever gotten, we got
50,
close to
60?
50 a couple times.
Oh,
See, that
high
would be
water
great,
mark. That
though.
sounds like a challenge.
Now, I tell you what, one of the funnest things we did, we got to go to the Urban Chestnut Brewery 2 times, but one time
Is that
I
when
felt like
Jaybird was flying
Yeah.
the ship?
Listen, wait. I think the funnest time was our dance party at.
no, that was a good time
Chai?
too.
Chai? I don't even know what
that
it's
was a
called,
good time.
but-
But that was right down the street too.
Yeah.
That's where we found the gramophone because we went to Urban Chestnut. One of our dads is the head brewer there.
Not
He started.
anymore. Blue Jay, right?
Yeah, he's got Blue Jay now.
Yeah.
You got to go get a Hifewise in there. But we went down to get a tour from one of the head brewers, and it was awesome. We got to get above up on the tanks.
Yeah, man.
He took us in the back by the canning line. It felt like Laverne and Shirley.
Yep.
We got to get. He had the giant tanks, just like you see in Strange Brew, just this huge giant tank. And so that when you open it at the bottom, it doesn't blow you across the room. They put like this pigtail device on there, and it just reduces all the pressure. So you screw it on a pigtail, and we had all the dads club lining up, filling from the like 1,000,000-gallon tank or however this 40-foot tall monstrosity.
You said Strange Brew, and like the whole time in my head, it's like.
What's
It's been a
strange?
while. You haven't
Never
seen
seen
Strange
Strange
Brew?
Brew?
No.
Rick Moranis.
It's like
Yeah,
a
it's been a while.
Canadian
amazing.
party movie.
It's amazing.
At the end of the movie, they're like, "We're gonna drown this guy in beer," and they lock him in one of the tanks, and he drinks it all.
Drinks
Yep,
away.
he
And
drinks it
then,
all.
like the
He-
next door building
He
catches on
hammers it
fire.
down. It's,
And
there's
he's
like
got a- he
hockey,
puts the fire
like
out.
with like it's amazing.
It's two
Okay.
well-known comedians. Isn't it Rick Moranis
Oh,
and
shit.
Who's the other guy?
Is it?
the other
think one
guy
of
we've
it's like-
seen, you've
it-
seen in
it's
like
definitely-
all 90.
Is
hit
it Farley?
Please,
No,
thank
it's
you.
not
not
Farley. I don't
Farley.
think it's Farley.
It is so funny. It is full of every Canadian trope.
It's
it's-
super hot. It's super hot. It's super hot.
Are you president of more than one organization this year?
So I'm president of the Long Dads Club, and then I'm potentially going to end up as the president of the Septon Concord Historical Society. There's a lot of stuff going on there, but
Call you El Presidente.
yeah, man, I don't know. I like to get involved. What can I say?
I don't know that. It's contagious.
Right?
Yep.
Right.
Nice.
You know, my kids, they watch YouTube sometimes, and we have limits and stuff. But I find myself saying to them, "What are you doing over here watching people live their lives when you can be out there living your life?"
Well,
right?
like
Like
that.
that is what. So right, like I'm
like that.
busy. I probably need to say no to more, but I'm out there living my life, man, and I want to be a part of it, and I want to have a say. So sometimes that takes a lot of work and a lot of, but that's where I want to be. So
As a dad with older kids, do you feel like your kids had that social media clutch as kids, and now it's Like worse or better or
You know, so I think about this a lot. Like, how much do I let them do? How much screen time do we let them have? I try to limit it to 2 hours a day of screen time is the hard limit, but you know, it's hard to say no sometimes.
yeah, movie's an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
like so, and I'll limit
Is
certain
it
apps
TV a screen?
inside.
to you?
Well, see,
these are
that's
great
where.
It's so hard because
That's
it
why
was
I'm
to our
asking.
parents.
That's why I'm
but-
asking.
So,
Now
like
it's-
alone screen time.
Because when you say YouTube, I just took it off both our TVs.
No,
I
I'm
took
just
the
saying
app
like
off.
I'm just saying
I
like
can't take it anymore.
2 hours of phone time. I have a hard limit of 2 hours on their phone time.
Yeah.
No, I don't monitor the TVs and the video games and all that, but we do try to get them out and try to have fun and do stuff.
I
and-
don't want to cut you off, but you said video games, and Joe has a sweet garage, and like one of the
Place
best.
that makes you want to play video games.
One of the best video game collections that I've ever
Oh, really?
seen. You got
What are you
tell
rocking?
them what you got.
So in the garage, I mean, you know, I've held on to this
You
stuff.
know.
I got the regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
I got a 64 and a Switch. I got them all hooked up. I got an
No
old
way.
school.
They're all hooked up
I got
at
an
the
old
same
school
time?
RCA switcher. So I had the red,
Yeah.
yellow, whites.
To jump from
Just
unit
click,
to
click,
unit.
click. Yeah, I got a little 5-way switcher.
And wait, so I'm a huge video game nerd, but his house is so cool that I have never played a video game there. Right? Like I mean, like
you're
I've
taken
done
up by the
frisbee
other
golf.
toys.
I've done we've worked on the car. I mean,
Yeah,
like
I
all
worked on
sorts
old
of
cars,
all
yeah.
sorts of fun stuff. But I've never actually played the video games there. But it's like a life goal. I want to have. I want to have that.
Joe's a special breed.
I'm a
really is.
self-admitted video game nerd, but I
Me
know
too.
like it's like a good bad thing. Like I enjoy the challenge and thinking and like the the aspect of figuring out clues or whatever game I'm playing. But I also know like, okay, that's also not real life. Like I also need to build something or I need to do something or I got a list.
Like
And,
I'm 6 hours into this shit.
like growing up, there was times where I was that.
get it.
Now
And
it's like
listen, like we
40
talk-
minutes in, I'm like, oh god, like okay, this is
I was
really fun.
video
but
game deprived, so I go to somebody's house and flip shit and just
Just go.
yeah.
we
They'd be like,
talk
you
about
wanna
Pick up the
hang?
sticks, bro.
we talk about screen time now. I mean, I think back to when I was a kid, like
Saturday
whether it
morning.
was Nintendo, Atari, Sega. I mean, we're talking days. I'd be on that. The weekend I
You're
would
right.
be on
And a
that.
screen
thing
is a
all-
screen to me. Like
Right,
a TV
and
is
so-
a video, is a phone, is a
So,
computer.
and I know
think the
that-
difference.
That my parents were probably like, "Oh God, you
Holy
can't get off
shit!
that thing."
Right? Video games were like they were the death. Like the phone is. They were. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Every
yeah, dude.
Mortal
generation.
Kombat.
Every
he's gonna
generation
go out
had.
and
Oh,
kill
dude,
people,
and you're
or-
killing people.
right?
Yeah.
And
So
then
when you're playing those games, are you with a friend? Were you by yourself?
locked
You
in a
know, with
dark
friends,
room.
but a lot of time by myself.
Yeah.
A lot of time by myself.
I didn't
I mean,
have it.
there were times where I would not go to sleep at night. And I mean, like, I was a video game nerd, I was, but I mean, Tecmo Super Bowl when that came
Oh,
out
man.
and it kept the stats. I mean, I would do 4 seasons and not sleep the whole night, just running the same. I mean, just crazy. If they had video cameras back then, you would, if there was video of me playing those games for 14 hours straight, I mean, it would be sick.
Well,
You'd
but
be
back
like-
then, like it was hard to play with other friends. They had to be at your house. There's no connection.
Yep.
Well, I got a Nintendo and they got a Sega. Well, that means you hate each other. That
Look,
doesn't
take the
mean we
video
play
games
together.
away. There wasn't TV like there is TV now too.
Right,
So
it's
you
true.
turn off the video games. Now you pick and choose whatever the flip you want on
Oh,
the
it's
TV.
just
and
unlimited
it's like,
content.
It's too much. It's so much content.
uh,
Sometimes I'll see my kid going through the menu for like 15 minutes, just like
on the menu.
I'm
You're
gonna-
saying that you didn't stare at the TV Guide channel?
hilarious, bro. Just scrolling down. When's something gonna come up that's gonna be decent? Yeah. And even then, it was just pure levels of crap.
It'll get you. I do believe though that playing video games is better for you than just watching TV. I feel
sure.
like you're
I'll agree with that all day.
you're
Especially with the
thinking
Wii.
about
Strategy
goals,
to it?
strategy,
Yes,
and whether
game
it's
theory,
sports or
yep.
it's a role playing game or an action game. Like you're actively like breaking down the situation, coming up
gotta
with
be better than just
strategies.
staring.
Read
Right?
and react.
Yeah.
That's what life is.
Then- yeah.
I'm dyslexic, so I struggled to read growing up, and I'm still not. I'm still just I'm still trying. But what got me over the hump as a kid was my cousin got kicked out of his house, and he had to come stay with us. We lived in a little bitty house, just a little bit bigger than this room, and
pretty wild.
our living room was a hallway.
How old were you and how old was he?
He was probably 5 years older than me,
Okay.
so was it maybe 6 years older
yeah.
than me? And I was, I'm maybe 7 or so, and I was still just struggled to read. We'd do standardized tests at school. I'm a smart kid, but I'd start going through and they get to the paragraphs, and I'm like, God, I don't know.
That's
just
great. You're like, my cousin's moving in.
fill a few of these in. But anyway, like he came in and he was, he's a good kid, but a little trouble. But anyway, what he brought with him was this video game for the Nintendo called Shadowgate. And it was a reading game. And you'd have a screen, it would be like a castle entrance, and you move the cursor to a torch, and it tells you it's a torch, you click on it, and then you try to use items you collected at other parts. But if you couldn't read, what it's telling you,
Right.
like you couldn't do it.
Was it talking to it?
No, it's just, dude, this is
it's
you're like 89. They're talking to you. Like,
Talking to you.
like, and so you literally, to play the game, you had to read. And I just remember that being the turning point from just standing there and just
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm going to figure this out. I know this, got me over that hump. All the tutoring I went to,
Well, that's interesting.
and all the little steps. But to me, like, I do believe, and maybe I'm biased, but you can definitely overuse them. You can definitely overplay video games. You
Well-
can live in a virtual world and ignore live your own life. I feel that was a beautiful sentence you said earlier, but to me, like, they're a learning tool.
The
for some
school has
people.
given the kids this access to reading eggs. It's called, right? And it's on my phone, and you can log in. Are you doing this?
I've
Reading
heard
eggs?
of it.
And
I've
Ben
never heard of it.
loves it. Like he will play it for way too long, and I'll be like, oh, wait, he's learning. No, my phone. No, he's learning. And it's like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but because he's
It's gamifying reading.
exactly, he's so excited about getting things right to get to the next level.
That would've got
I'm
me.
like, then I can't begin to be like, turn off my phone.
That would have got me. I would have
Right.
been.
So I was like, okay, good. You're finding a decent way into the phone, better than, I guess, me just him having my phone and looking at some crap.
Oh, you'd see my warlock roll up with robes of terror and like, dude, I can read now, man. Check that out.
There's actually a study you might want to check out with your kids. It's at WashU. We just passed up on it.
Is that WashU? Or
WashU? Yeah, it's Missouri WashU.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
like it.
Emily will appreciate that too.
What's that highway?
44,
Party car.
Just checking.
dumbass. They have a study for youth that gives them a watch. I don't think it's an Apple Watch. I don't know what kind of watch it is, and it sends them
Is it a Garmin?
12. It's not a Garmin because that's what we had. 12 messages a day, and it's 4 specific questions that it asks them. Like, it's related to social media and what they're doing if they feel rejected or accepted. And we were kind of like intrigued by this. It gives them $250 after the 4 weeks, which I was like, yeah, my kid needs an extra $250 in the account. So we passed it because the more we answer these questions, it was like, we're not there yet. Like, you're not going to be a good candidate for this study because they don't have enough. They're not on social media. They're on
Yeah, that sounds like a 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
a little bit, but they were like, they kept pushing for it, and it was like interesting. But maybe older kids. So
Yeah, anything that makes them reflect a little bit, make them think a little bit.
yeah, and the point of the study was to show or prove that it does have a negative effect on their mindset throughout the day, or they're trying to, prove that.
I think in all things, it's moderation, right?
Like
whether
anything?
whether it's video games or whatever.
Too much everything is just enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, the hand-eye coordination from games, you could use that to be a brain surgeon.
For sure.
The shit that I've seen them like fold origami with those things.
Really.
Yeah, it's like nuts.
One of our armed forces, I can't remember if it was Air Force or who it was, but they came out last week and said that video gamers make the best drone pilots.
Well, sure. Yeah.
What a trip.
And I'm like, oh, like, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty obvious. And they're like, oh my god, guess what? Like, these guys are the best at this. Like, yeah, okay. So I mean, there's definitely some plus side to it, but yeah,
Well,
everything
and
in moderation.
there are kids making millions of dollars
In the
playing video
esports.
games. Millions of dollars playing video games.
There's kids.
on the
Like
Twitch,
you said,
like,
there's kids
a-
watching kids play video games.
Right,
That
which
shit-
is the kids that are playing
yeah.
that are getting watched. They're making millions
making
of
millions,
dollars.
right.
Yes, I
It's
mean,
not-
it's,
yeah, I don't think it's actually playing the game that's the problem. It's diminishing the social ability, the ability to
Connect.
have social skills.
Yeah.
all right. Listen, hold on.
Ah,
That's a great thought. And this
Stop
is a
right there.
No, this is a great conversation, and we are all video game nerds, apparently, which I love.
not me, bro.
But probably not everybody's
Don't
video
drag
game
me into
nerds.
your-
So let's go. Move on. Let's move on. I want another topic right now.
Wow.
All right.
I was ready for more.
I know, but we could talk about literally.
How dare
This 4
you.
people could talk about video games for what? A couple hours?
Plenty of time.
Well, it's
yeah.
good because it morphs into other things. But yeah, we got another subject. Otherwise, I'm going back to video games.
Well, let's do wins and losses then.
Well, it has been a nice break I feel like the end of summer brings the end of summer camps, which brings school, and everybody tries to, at least we were like, let's go do something quick. But you guys just got back on a vacation. Why don't you share?
We did.
You did a legit road trip, and then you stood behind the table like a day after being home, ready for Dad's Club.
Yeah,
So
I
what was
did
it like
that.
out
So
there on the road?
yeah, we took a vacation, which was awesome. It was like, you know, it was like 3 different vacations in one. Honestly, we started out, we drove to, and we drove, which we do a lot.
Because
You know,
we
we
got
gotta-
West. If
gotta-
it's under
yeah.
16 hours, we drive it.
right. You know, I mean,
You'll
you
sit
gotta-
in the airport.
Listen,
You got a
part
minivan?
of
You better go.
part of it is like I when I was a kid, we always drove. We did many. I mean, drove to New York, everywhere. But that was part of the experience, you know. I mean, for me. But so we drove to Wisconsin Dells, and we stayed at a resort, which was amazing. Kalahari. Kalahari Resort, which is it has like an African theme, right? But it's this amazing water park. They have an adventure park which has like go-karts and all these things. And it was incredible. It was super expensive. You know, we talk about doing things free and stuff. I think, you know, first dinner I had and like booked nice steakhouse, whatever. But I mean, way more.
They know. They got you.
They got me,
They
right?
got you.
Whatever. I think I had
Yeah,
a $200 dinner credit, and we blew by that by 2.5 times.
That's just the kids'
funny.
meals.
Right, exactly. But so we go to this resort. I will say one thing about this resort, because it's the most ironic thing ever. And I mean, I don't want to down this place because we had a great time, but so the Kalahari Resort is a giant water park and adventure park, okay? And their shtick is we want to get clean water for Africa, right?
No
and so,
shit.
So the irony to me is
You're
that there
shitting
are
me.
millions of gallons of chlorinated water that are just
Right over the edge.
they're spilling. I mean, I learned how to surf on the Flow Rider. I mean, like,
But they
millions
literally
of-
take a part of their proceeds.
But I
and-
mean, when you
build
get in the
wells?
elevator, there's someone with like a bucket of water in an African village. Like, so the whole thing is let's conserve water.
A little
And
hypocritical.
it gets so great because, you know, in the bathrooms, in the hotel rooms, it's like, listen, you know,
you want a shower? No.
no, it says for towels, right? It's like
Oh, yeah,
for
don't
towels.
use it.
Listen,
It's
if you want us to wash your towels, put them on the
Dude, I've
floor.
seen
But if
this.
you want to save water, hang them up and reuse your towels. It would be great, so we don't have to wash them and waste water. And which is okay.
that's so
that
good.
sounds
If you
great.
if
but
you
hold
love
on,
your
hold on,
family,
wait.
hang the
But
towel
wait,
up.
But wait, hold on a second. When you boil it down, it's like whoever's in charge of this place was like, holy shit, we have this insane water park. By the way, they're adding another 75,000 square feet indoor water park in this year, right? So, but somebody at the tip of that spear was like, holy shit, we spend a lot of money in water. How can we save? And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, let's lean into the African thing, so like we don't have to do as much laundry. So I
Those soiled sheets? Don't worry about it.
So they're like, oh, don't wash it. Like we don't have to like use water to wash
Dude, so
it. So
I'm going to go in their defense a little bit. I've actually stayed in enough hotels to where I've seen this a couple times recently. At regular hotels where they're like, if you need new towels, hang it up or put it on the ground. And it's like, otherwise, let's all save together and watch our bills decrease and shit. And it was like, what?
Whose
'Cause
bill
I
decrease?
take the towel, I'm like, what the fuck? Whose towel? Did you clean this? What are you talking about? Let's do this together. Can I just have a towel for my $120 hotel room
please have a
and get
towel.
back on the road?
$120. Where are you staying? Like,
This is road travel, bro.
I'm just saying. Like,
It was
you
by the
bro,
hour.
I've
got an $80 resort
I'll
fee.
find some $60, $70 hotels. Watch me.
Resort fee get you.
can I tell the rest of my
I'm sorry, go
vacation
ahead.
story
Convenience
now?
fee.
So okay, so that's all I have to say
Still
about
talking about
Kalahari. It was fantastic. It was great. But so we left Wisconsin Dells and we drove to Minneapolis, which I'd never stayed in Minneapolis, which was super cool. I love going places that I haven't been. the
Can I
Twin
pause
Cities.
for a second? On the Dells,
Yeah.
was it really, did you go to any natural water in the Dells?
We
Is
didn't.
there pools? Of
There
water?
are there is natural features there.
So
which
that
is
was
kinda
the
how they-
origin
We
of
but
the
built,
Dells.
that
built
was the origin.
artificial shit around the natural
That's
shit.
the truth, isn't
And
it? Is
you
it?
come to the
Yes,
artificial.
and
Like hot
honestly,
springs,
like we were
Arkansas,
so
good.
we were
Those
so
are parks.
we were so like scheduled up
No, I
that
get
we
it.
didn't
I just
hit
didn't
that,
know
right?
what
Yes.
the real deal with the Dells is, because the Dells sounds like like a pool of dells.
Well, it is, but hold on. So I will say that we didn't see the natural, but there are some lakes there. There's some natural there. But somebody said, hey, I know how we can make a ton of money. I mean, literally our resort.
They go, Kalahari's used
had-
all the Dell water.
We
There's
had,
no more
we had a
Dells.
balcony. Listen,
Save Africa.
bro, we had a balcony so my balcony overlooked the outdoor water park, which was nice, and I paid extra for it. You know, I wanted just in case like my kids wanted to be down there, and I'm sitting on the balcony watching them. That never happened. I was with them all the time, dad,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, across the water park is the highway, right? I mean, it's like just stuck in. So they are making it was a great idea. Great
Yeah.
idea.
Hell yeah.
So it was a developer, great idea. Let's save money on water. Like, don't wash your towels, all that, whatever. But it was a great time. My kids had a great time. My family had a great time.
And then you go to
So then we go to Minneapolis, Twin Cities, beautiful city. We stayed in a hotel, which my kids since have said they were like, yeah, it was kind of a grown-up hotel, a lot of
really
business
grown
people
up
there.
hotel.
Which was cool, but so in Minneapolis we went to the Mall of America for 2-3 days.
You dropped
and
till you shopped there, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
You dropped to your shop. We did the
I just took my
Nickelodeon.
one daughter there.
You know, my
remember
kids
seeing
had
that post.
like
That was
first
great.
like significant roller coasters. I mean, even my young one. It was so there was a lot of great experiences. But at this part of the trip, from the Dells to the Mall of America, I'm just bleeding money. So I just want to like pay a
The
special
road
homage.
paved of money, bro.
And listen, I'm not getting
Golden Brick Road.
I'm not
Every
getting
mile
any
just-
kickbacks from these people, but I want to. I have a special thanks to the Wahlburgers, Marky Mark.
Are you
Donnie,
serious?
You go to the restaurant?
Wahlburgers. Listen,
Did you
'Cause
smash
you got a
burgers?
burger for $9?
No,
or what?
listen.
They got a restaurant there.
they have a
Every
restaurant.
high
at the Mall
being in
of
America has got a
Stop it.
Wahlburgers there.
I didn't eat there, though.
They have a restaurant at the Mall of America, and the first day that we were at the Mall of America, and this is after I've been just hemorrhaging money, right, as a
It's like,
family.
you get a free meal.
We go to the Wahlburgers, get a couple smash burgers, you know, and I'm like, I know Marky Mark, I loved him when I was young, whatever. But so we have our meal, and it's time for the check, and the waitress comes by and she says, "Oh, the kids eat free. The kids eat free." And I don't know if it was because it was a Tuesday. Listen, I don't know how the universe
But you
came
were
together.
in tears.
But I think my bill. I think my bill was $38, and on this trip, like, I mean,
Dude,
That's a win.
that's one hat at the Mall of America.
I tipped away. I was like, you get 100% tip.
That's hilarious that that's what shines through.
But this
of
is
all these
like the Wahlburgers. I want to give a special shout to the Wahlburgers, and I've taken it even further. This weekend we had a party out at Lake Sherwood. And I bought Wahlburgers burgers
Look
to
at
grill
you, look at you.
because I love these guys. I mean,
Dude.
and again, it could have just
Marky
maybe,
Mark's singing
maybe
in
the
the
waitress
background.
just loved us. I don't know. We got that good vibrations, man. I
Dude,
got
I
that
love
good
it.
vibration.
I love
So yeah, Mall of America was cool. Minneapolis was cool. We went in, tall buildings. We did all the things, and then we went to northern Minnesota.
Did they have the Minnesota State Fair going on?
They did not,
Oh,
to
did
my
they?
knowledge. They
You've
they
been to
could've
that?
Have
heard-
you?
Have you heard of this?
No, have you been to the Missouri?
No, I've been to the Minnesota.
Have you been to the Iowa?
No.
Okay. Just curious, because I've heard
What
these
about
are...
Tennessee?
No, come on
Alabama.
now.
I mean, again.
No, smart ass.
So anyway, we were up there, and they had the Minnesota. I was up there with my daughter, and there's like, oh, Minnesota State Fair.
You
is
just
in town.
randomly jumped in.
I was like,
Let's
oh,
go.
What are we gonna do? Like,
Fuck yeah.
let's go. All right, let's
Why
go.
wouldn't you?
And they have in the middle of their downtown. They have it's got to be like 40 city blocks.
Hmm.
It is their state fairgrounds.
Really?
And
Downtown?
Yeah, it's in the middle of like the
How
grid.
cool.
It's in the middle of the
And
grid.
the old courthouse is in the middle?
I mean, it's a
All
few
right, yeah.
blocks off downtown. If
I'm
you
just
think
dreaming
of, like,
of what it looks like, but...
you think of like maybe the Central West End, like that close to downtown, but like here is the fairgrounds,
Okay.
and it's all these different blocks, and it's this giant area that's fenced off, and it was the most people I've probably ever seen in one place at one time, and it was like a whole week long event. They had food vendors from all over the state. It's every year. They had these famous cookies that they sell, and it looked like an octopus. All the lines leaving this place, some type of like
Sweet.
octopus at a radio active plant that's just got too many, like just the whole
Totally
thing. I was
understand.
like, I guess we're not getting cookies.
Tentacles
But
everywhere.
there was like a bucket, like a gallon and a half bucket of cookies they were selling. And they also combined it with all of their like cattle. The fair was there for like
Sorry about that.
grading cattle and the Blue Ribbon Awards, and they had a whole tent. That was the milk tent for $1.
Oh, this is some
You'd get a
Midwest,
cup,
yeah.
and you could drink all the milk you want.
That's
they had,
hilarious.
They had whole
Just
and
barfing on milk.
whole and chocolate.
I wish.
Come get sick on milk.
I love milk.
Sick.
I love
You
milk.
drink enough milk, you're gonna get sick,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
I told my daughter like,
I wish.
Am I?
You get a little loud.
I'm like we got to go to
Put
the
more
milk
whiskey in my
stand,
glass.
and I just chugged as much
No,
milk as I
don't.
could.
Please don't, bro. You know me. I was thinking about this whole time. And if we film like this all the time, and at the end of it, we're all brawling.
Ends in a fight.
First rule, not in the face.
No, but seriously.
Oh man,
Levi's trying to finish his second drink. You just poured him a fucking fourth.
I'm telling you, man, Minnesota State Fair is legit. You ever get up there and that's going on?
Dude, I was gonna say check
You
out.
go.
The reason I ask about Missouri is because we all live here. Have you been to Missouri State Fair? No.
Yes.
Have you? No.
Yes,
you?
I have.
You liar.
No, I have.
I take a drink. Are you serious? Was it a good time?
I have. No, it was a
This
good
is
time.
I have a sad truth. We sell the you know what out of salsa and pickles at that fair through other
what
vendors
was it, a
that
sad
run
truth?
booths.
Have you been?
Well, I've never been. That's a sad truth
You've
because I've
never
never been
been-
even
so you've
to
never
our
been to
booth.
Where's it at? Jeff City?
Sedalia.
Okay.
Sedalia's got a big old swath of land. That's not gonna work right now. Big old piece of land out there in Sedalia where the whole thing goes down.
Well, can I tell you the story?
Please.
Okay. So when the University of Missouri burnt down in Sedalia, there was a fight over who was going to have the university, Columbia or the State Fair.
When the University of Missouri burnt down,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Mizzou
Uh-huh.
burnt
Yeah.
back in when?
I might be misremembering facts. Anyway,
No.
between Sedalia and Columbia, they argued over who was going to get the State Fair back in the 1800s, which was a really big deal.
Yeah.
Whoa,
That was
dude,
the thing.
for Sure.
So Sedalia chose State Fair, and so they still have it to this day. And Columbia got the college, which ended up being more economic value.
There was two things up for grabs.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a great story.
We should make a road trip to the State Fair. I'd be in for that. After seeing the Minnesota one, I was like,
And we can take the train.
it was
I think the
We can
ridiculous.
take the Amtrak, bro.
I bet the Minnesota one's
Right?
way bigger.
It was. We take it out of
Can you
Kirkwood.
take the Amtrak
Right,
to
the Kirkwood.
Sedalia?
Hey, Joe, let me ask you that.
And then
think
ride our
so.
bikes home on the Katy?
So what you got, buddy?
Joe, when you were at the Minnesota State Fair, how were the bugs?
Not bad at all.
Good
Not
question.
bad at all because
I was
I'm
there by
gonna,
summertime.
I'm going to turn it into the end of my trip so I can
Okay.
finish.
Bring it up.
Bring the fail.
Bring
Full
the fail.
full circle.
So we did the Dells, we did Mall of America, and then we got a cabin. Which was probably like 15 miles north of Ely, Minnesota, which is right up by the Canadian border.
Oh yeah.
Right, we were on Lake Jasper. So, steps to the lake from our cabin. Beautiful, beautiful cabin out in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody around. But,
I was wondering what this cabin was like.
oh, it was gorgeous. I mean, way bigger than we needed, but,
That's great though for the kids.
oh, it was amazing. It was remarkable. And it was the exact thing that I needed because all that bleeding money on the front end of the trip, it
You
wasn't
stay at the
cheap,
cabin and just chill.
Right, it wasn't cheap to stay in the cabin, but when we were there, you grocery store, you cook, you start like settling down and just getting into nature. And it was remarkable out there. I mean, we were basically like had a private lake, which was just gorgeous. We went out canoeing one day, and I mean, it was just us on the lake.
Really?
This
That's nice.
giant
Really?
lake, just us. And
Oh, that's so nice.
I think we saw beaver. We saw nature. We saw some coyotes out in the wild. Like it was remarkable. But the bugs
Oh, really?
are no joke.
This time of year, all the
Flies,
time.
Mosquitoes. what'd you have?
Mosquitoes, horseflies, all of it. I mean, they are ravenous.
bet
Like,
I
Like
bet
during
that-
the day or just at night?
during the day, at night.
I bet they were at their height.
I've heard it.
When-
dude,
when I was
it's
driving
you mean
home-
right now, peak season.
When I was driving home from
mating
there,
season.
they were in the van, and I mean, I'm like driving through the night. I'm like slapping the windshield, just, like going
the worst,
crazy. Like,
dude.
Daddy, are you okay? And the whole time, like,
Daddy's not okay.
also, I mean, so
Not
back
okay.
to nature.
Get out the salt gun.
Listen, it wasn't nature. We had a beautiful cabin, and there was like a sauna. I'd have to build a fire.
Legit sauna.
Like a legit, like outside
I would've
sauna
been
to
in
build a
that
fire.
one, yeah.
Did you
Oh
do
my
it?
god, we did it every
Hell
day.
yeah, really?
I did it every day except for the last day. And my oldest was super into it, but the whole family enjoyed it.
That's great.
Pay
but
with you.
But we were in nature. Both my kids experienced leeches.
Plumbing?
Oh.
Leeches.
Like Stand By Me.
Like Stand By Me.
Like you
Dude.
had, like they got a leech.
The mountains
and they had to
crumbled.
take one off?
Minus
Yes, both my girls had
Genitalia.
leeches on them.
Yeah.
My daughter had the leech,
Rivers.
and she almost had to take care of herself. My wife was
No
cooking
way.
dinner. I was in the bathroom. She was up in the shower, and
Leeches,
she
bro.
found it and like started screaming bloody murder. And I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. I mean, it was
because if
like
it's been on there for a little while, that means it starts to do its thing, which is like when you
sucking
remove
blood.
it, shit's gonna start.
Well, and
bleeding.
here's the thing: they put like a coagulant so that your blood flows free. Like that's part of what they do. So
pump
when
you
you
some
pull off,
Eliquis.
like there is some blood coming
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
you know,
Yeah,
all the
right.
time.
They use those in medical now.
Yep. So my oldest had it one night, and then the next day, my youngest had one on her toe that I had to pull off.
Have
and
you
bleed.
checked yourself fully yet?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that's good.
How big were these?
Jimmy goes, oh yeah.
So
for sure.
you know, they weren't huge. The one that was my young one was tiny, but
Any leech is too big.
You
But-
put it on a hook to like show the rest of the leeches and
No,
like, throw it out to the
listen.
river like, you don't mess with my family.
you know what's funny that you say about that is
Yeah.
the very next day after my oldest got the leech, I went out and I got a tub of leeches for bait.
That's
And
what's
we-
bait?
And
Oh,
we
yeah,
fit,
dude.
and
When
we
you dry
fished
and
with
on use them, or you use
Listen,
them fresh?
It's just like a minnow.
Yeah.
Listen, we fished with them, but the fish, they didn't eat the leeches at all. I mean, we caught zero
They
fish
were
on
also
leeches.
disgusted.
They were also
Like, do you
disgusting.
know what
These
that
things
is?
We're so freakish. But
These are fucking, I ain't going near that mother trucker.
but we did also get earthworms, and which you can't just like throw them into the forest because there are no worms in Minnesota, allegedly. That's what I was told. Like you have to throw those away in
Ants
the
only.
trash.
We don't have.
Yeah, they don't have
Wait,
have
what do you mean you
earthworms.
can't throw them in the woods?
Like they say, you
They
have to
won't
throw these
decompose.
away
Well,
in
it's
the trash.
They're
an
an
invasive
invasive
species.
species.
Invasive
yeah.
species, like it'll wreck the forest. But
It's
so-
like throwing a bunch
but-
of goldfish
but,
in the lake.
But listen,
Well, wait a second. You're pulling leeches out of the lake. You're at the forest in.
what's that?
No,
No, he's saying he
Worms.
bought some earthworms
Oh, I see.
at
Sorry.
the gas station.
I
And I'll
blacked
tell
out
you
for
what,
a
Probably
minute.
shipped in
Sorry.
from Canada or wherever.
Right, but I tell you what, the earthworms, we crushed it fishing. It was the last day, and
They've
we
never
hadn't
seen
fished
it
it.
before.
I don't know if that's the case or not, but my oldest
brought 'em
daughter
over the border.
My oldest daughter caught like
Unbelievable. You're the guy.
Like Mexican blow.
Fucking guy.
no,
Oh, man. Like,
It is
oh, senor, senor.
That gas station selling contraband.
Yeah, they're like,
It
oh.
extends. They're selling.
but so
selling
I the night crawlers.
That's like when you cross into Arkansas and they have all like the liquor and the
Fireworks and
the
shit.
fireworks and the late night bars, and then
Yeah,
you
man.
cross into Arkansas and there's a church.
The Iowans used to come to Missouri for that. All right, go ahead, Jimmy.
right, no, but my oldest
12th
caught
time
like
you tried to tell your story.
she caught like 5 different species of fish: largemouth bass, yellow
Oh wow!
perch. like,
Nice.
Really?
She crushed
That's
it.
solid,
man.
Dude, when I
It
see
was-
kids fish, there is a part of me that is like, okay, I believe in civilization again. Like I believe in society. Everything's gonna be okay. When I see a kid just chill and spend more than like 10 minutes and on their own and want more bait, it's something about that calm, weird, neutral effect that I'm like,
You know what's funny is like I've fished
that
my
weird?
whole life, but I've
No,
never
it's not
been
weird,
like
man.
It's weird.
like a
not
real
weird.
great fisherman. I have friends in college that they go out and they catch big fish. But I was when we got to Minnesota, and I think we were at Walmart, and I got a fishing license for the whole family, and I got the book, and I'm reading it, and we get out there, and I was intimidated. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I know how to catch bluegill and sunfish,
Whatever jumps
and
on the bait.
bass, but like I'm not prepared for that. And my rods, I don't even know if that, I mean, we
Right.
got a couple of kid rods, a couple
Dude, it
of
changes everywhere
Oh,
you go.
man,
Saltwater versus regular,
Big
and
deal.
deep tackle.
you got the
and-
brackish.
Yep,
I've,
brackish.
I've had an insane amount of luck on a Spider-Man.
Walmart pole, bro. Say it.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen
target
them,
poles
I've
do
seen
that.
them bringing some lunkers.
It's not
you
the
know what
club,
my
it's
dad
the
used
player.
to always say that I think is applicable here. He said, "I'd rather be lucky than good," right? And I agree with that. I'd rather be lucky.
interesting.
In Missouri,
Your old man
if
said
you
that?
if you take a
I
like
say it all the time.
you got a picture of your kid with the fish that they caught, you can upload it to the conservation website and print off a certificate of like
Really?
the details like
Frame that.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really
That's
cool.
cool,
great.
man.
It's neat.
Growing up, my dad and I had a rough relationship, but we did two things together. We went fishing and we watched pro wrestling.
Really?
That was really...
That's hilarious.
And we
Sorry.
argued.
Hey,
The
listen,
calmest,
I'm sorry.
and then the most neck break.
That was
so
it.
wait,
That was it.
recent news. Did that hit hard? Hulk? The Hulkster's gone?
Yeah, I mean
hilarious,
that was
the
a tough one.
But it was.
sad,
I mean,
man.
it's like our childhood.
Our DNA for sure. You were like, look at this.
I was a
Look at
member.
this beast.
My name's Joe, and I'm a member of Hulkamania
Okay.
right now.
I can't even. I can't
Put me
even
in a
imagine.
suplex. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine doing the stuff he was doing in his 50s and 60s?
You talking about cocaine?
The hookers. He was doing that like this a pattern.
I'm sorry.
I can't.
I apologize.
can't.
Can you edit that?
in the ring?
No, because when he died of a heart attack, somebody was like, all I heard was these jokes about that. And I was like,
Oh, he had a rough life.
I go, don't
Everything
put
he went
that on
through,
the Hulk, dude.
lawsuits and
well, you kill
Well,
people,
no, that-
and that's
I mean,
what
The
happens.
fact that any of them lived to
You
60
break
or
necks
70
in the ring,
is impressive.
Very impressive.
So
Yeah, that's
when
a-
one of my first jobs was a pizza delivery guy, and we had one guy that would always tip $100. Not always. He was a little special.
At the door.
So sometimes it'd be a little less,
At
a
the
little more.
door?
At the door. And but we would have envisioned this world where he was a professional wrestler, and his last name was Finkelsteiner, and so he was.
restaurant
he would
industry
do
is
like
so
the
great.
Finkelsteiner recliner, where he would like rope you up and like boom, bring you back.
You would do this at home?
No, this was just like, all right,
fantasy,
we're talking about his
your
$100 tip. Like,
Right.
we're at a pizza store making pizza.
No.
And, like,
serious?
we're like, oh yeah, like
The
dude,
pizza.
this is it. This is the active talk at the pizza shop. And we're like, what do you think's up with Finkelsteiner? And we're like, dude, I think he's like low key professional wrestler. And his secret move is called the Finkelsteiner recliner. And he like wraps you up and slams
was he
you.
built like a wrestler?
You go there one day, he comes in a wrestling suit to the door, you're like, Finkelstein?
He goes, get out of here! I don't know what it was, but that was just, it's quite a tangent of our wrestling.
I
That's what it's all
love
about.
It all came because like we used to go fish with my dad a lot, and
You guys
I
want to
love
practice some
fishing.
pile drivers?
I love fishing. Let's do it.
Dad, I love that you shared that though. Wrestling and fishing with your old man.
That was it, man.
That's
And,
good stuff, dude.
he owned-
because you say that was like it was a tumultuous thing, but like a lot of people don't even get that. So that's a pretty cool shaping thing.
It was.
Have you done fishing and wrestling with your kids?
Yeah.
Really?
More fishing than wrestling. I've shown them a little wrestling. It's a different world. It's not quite the same as it was back then.
You're right.
It's more like cheerleaders wrestling each other.
Has anybody gone
It's more
downtown to the when
TNA
WWE
wrestling.
comes to town?
I know some neighbors who take their kids regularly when it comes to town.
Really? 'Cause I
And
did the-
it's like a good time.
I did
Have
the monster
fun.
truck thing, and I'd never done that as a kid, right? And I was like, this is crazy.
Oh,
ass
Monster
music,
Jam?
man.
Oh, yeah.
Monster Jam. But then I was like, wait, we're gonna spend how much money to get in there, and then how much money to be there? I was like, this ain't a poor man's game no more.
I've been to
This
some
is
big
like-
wrestling events over the years.
So I think I
Used
want to check it out. I think
I mean, it's there's like
It's theater.
it's theater.
Right.
It is. I remember being in like elementary school and getting arguments with kids like. It's real, man.
Oh, dude,
like,
that was-
I'm ready to fight a kid. Like,
That was
I
the
was a
first
little
thing-
skinny kid. Like, I get beat up,
What
but I was
it?
ready to
We
fight.
were talking about it. I can't remember if it was Monday morning or Tuesday morning.
Well, they had Monday Night Raw, so it's probably Tuesday morning.
Yeah, your Monday. Okay.
Monday Night Raw is a big deal.
Okay, so all right, what we would do Monday is argue over the football game from Sunday, and then
Tuesday,
morning,
because Monday Night Raw.
we were gonna argue over.
And there's
Monday
only one
Night Raw.
game Monday night, so Monday Night Raw I would trump it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was
Brett, you got something exciting going on? I'm sorry.
He's just
my
trying to
pops
manage
is turning
life.
73. He's chilling at the crib.
He's at your
At your house.
The kids got him under control.
Okay.
good.
This is good. This is good.
That's good. You still got him, man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's
Right.
tough.
I understand,
Yeah.
without a question, and that even plays into my mind a lot today. Where I was like, so his birthday is tomorrow, technically, right? But I was like, we should probably check base with Pops. Like we're out here at the farm chilling. It's his day, kind of thing. Because tomorrow we ain't doing shit, right? We got work and back to life, getting ready for school.
Doing school prep.
So it was like, but then again, it is what it is, right? So it's like we're gonna barbecue, we're gonna hang out. I think it all is gonna be fine. So you get that window of time, you seize the opportunity when you can, and I gotta go.
Are you barbecuing at your house?
Walking
Yeah.
off.
I'm gonna come give him a big
Yeah,
hug.
you guys need to come by and have
I
a
love you
drink.
guys.
All right, yeah, man.
Just walk off when you need
Serious.
to go.
Pop's the social bird, man. He is definitely down to kick it.
He might be our next guest.
No, he might be, dude. His dad is
He's a trip.
rock solid. I love.
I got a
love
new
Brett.
habit with my kids, just thinking about losing my dad and us not really gelling that well. Like whenever they ask, like, "Can I do something with you?" I
It's
do
like-
everything I can to say yes. I don't care what it
Yeah.
is. Like, hey,
Right.
Dad, can you help me with this? Can we do this? Can you help me? Like, it could be the one thing I don't want to do.
And that's them
And, like,
asking.
if they
That's
bring
them
it up,
asking,
like,
right?
I will do
Think
literally everything I can to
Think
say
about
yes.
when they don't ask.
Right?
You know what I mean? Your older kids are older. I'm maybe coming from a younger kid perspective or whatever, but a lot of the time they're just trying to figure it on their own or just keep it inside or talk to their sibling about it or whatever. But,
Oh, yeah.
it just makes me
Yeah.
think about a lot of stuff.
Sometimes either like after a big work project or end of the month or something, I'll just like it's the day of yes. Whatever you say, whatever comes out of your mouth, yes, we're doing it.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
You want to go to Swing Around Fun Time and drop $100?
That's not bad.
Yes.
They've
Let's
asked,
go.
whenever they watch that movie Yesterday, they're like, we're going to get one, right? We're like,
Yeah, we don't watch that in my house. But when they ask for something, at the point now, if like it involves like not just spending money, but like it's like, can we do this or can you help me with this? Like, man, I do literally everything I can to just say yes.
dude, is there any bigger? Go ahead.
No, I mean, right on it. Like, we're right here in the moment, right?
Well,
right now, we're in the moment, and you think about the past and the future, but, like, those moments when they're asking, like, you're in the moment, now's the time, you do it.
Dude, is there any better thing than being a flipping parent?
No.
I'm just saying, like,
No.
now that you're a parent, I heard a good line. It was like, what if you had one wish, what would it be? It was like to be a parent again when my kids are,
Blank age.
under the age of 20 or 15 or something, right? And it was like, because I knew exactly what my goal, my purpose, and my daily mission was. And maybe that changes for everybody after your kids get older or whatever, but dude, is it, I mean, I don't mean to trip out, but like, it's crazy
This is
how
the
healthy and amazing these kids are and what we have. Even like you were talking about kids in wheelchairs, like the perspective of this is, it's almost overwhelming what we have in the grasp of our hands, in the window of time
It's short,
that it
too.
exists in, super short. But that depends how late you go to bed and how early you wake up, right? And how many questions you answer of them. How many times do they have to say, Dad, 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 before you go, yeah, what's up, bud? What do you need? What's up, babe? What do you need? You know what I
love it.
mean? Like, but I'm just saying, like, I'm a critical failure of that constantly of like not giving time where time is due to these unbelievable, innocent, helpless creatures that need nothing but guidance.
That's interesting. I
And
mean,
I'm
so yeah, like you can't bat 1,000, but
No, no.
What are you trying? Like
you're totally correct.
trying
No.
to bat 400?
But
I'll get you in the Hall of Fame.
Well,
Listen, but also, you said these helpless creatures, and I have this internal conflict of, I don't want to
Yeah.
do too much for them.
yeah,
You know,
correct.
like I want them to have to.
I mean, Jimmy at 18 months was throwing them in the swimming pool. Swim.
Jimmy
swim.
was pitching footballs
Figure
at
it
fucking
out.
2 years old.
Right? Oh God! If I had a son, that
If-
would have
oh
been
my
like,
God, he would
I'd
be-
be on the
he-
news. I'd be on the news.
It's not the best he didn't.
He
It
would
doesn't
be-
matter he did.
He would be made of stone.
right? Like it's best that I didn't. You know, honestly. I mean,
You guys ever second guess yourself and where you're like, am I a bad dad? Like, am I not?
But that's a
and,
good
like-
thing. If you don't
like,
question
oh
that,
God,
that
like,
but that question is a good sign.
By the fact that you question,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly what
Right.
you're saying. If
I-
the fact that you ask that question
right,
means you're a
relieve
good
yourself of stress.
I get
knowing that.
that.
You question that.
Not all the time, but-
to answer your question, all the time, 24/7. And that's the great thing about Dad's Club. That is the point. That is the origin of where this began. Is that, dude? We are all trying to
this
be
together.
great
I
dads,
think on a daily
and we're all
basis,
trying to be great husbands.
On a daily basis,
and
in that
buddies.
instance, I'm a bad dad.
Right. You could say
And then
that.
another
think about-
instance, I'm freaking phenomenal.
Right. Exactly.
Well, I know my
like,
memory will pick out like, oh, here's
it-
here's 5 times you were.
Well, dude,
you're a
you
bad dad.
hear about this family doing
like,
this thing or this family doing this thing. It's like, that family's not doing the thing you can talk about. Enjoy what you're doing. Love what you're doing. As long as you're trying and questioning that question of, am I good? Am I doing right or wrong? Not just, this is fine, right? Not just like going, like, that's the name of the game. Seizing that window of opportunity, sharing what you know is all you know, right? And then trying to understand, instead of just giving them what I know, let them be them, because they say most kids are not going to be you, right? They're going to take some of your traits, some of the things you share with them, but they all have like 200 different genome chromes that are going to make them their own individual human that you can never affect.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing you got to recognize is they're not going to be your copy. Like they're going to have their own. and
That's
they need-
probably better.
You
They
can
need-
guide,
for
but
better
you
or
can't
worse,
steer. How
like-
about that?
Yeah,
You can
here's-
guide, but you can't
here's
steer.
the thing: once your kids are born, like you don't own them or any part of them, right? Like they're an individual being, just like you, right? So they're gonna have to figure it out. And people have dads and moms that die when they're young, and they have to figure it out. I mean, like, so once they're born, you can guide them. That's it. You can
can't
guide
steer.
them. You can't steer. You can't like try to make them your thing. Like there is no possession.
But to think
All
they
right,
don't
burning
reflect
question.
on the guidance that you gave them to guide and steer eventually is crazy.
They'll most
Right?
likely pick up behaviors that you model rather than what you tell them to model.
Right.
Burning question. What do you want most for your kids? We're gonna go this way.
Okay. I think what I want most for my kids is for them to follow their passions. That's it. Follow your passion because, I mean, we're all here for a blip. I mean, we're here for a blip. You look at the grand scheme of things, billions of years. I mean, like, we're here for a blip. And all this noise, all this, everybody else, what they think, like, the only important thing is really, and this will maybe segue into something else, but like really mastering yourself. You have to master yourself because, as I alluded to, even though I have kids, they're not mine. I don't own them, right? So like they are these sentient beings on their own. So what I can teach them is like, hey, you need to figure yourself out. And that is the
you can
most
help
important
nobody
thing.
until you help
and
yourself,
guess
right?
what? Like the past and the future really don't matter, right? Like the present is what it is. Now you can
Correct.
think to the future, you can
Plan,
look at the
prep,
past, like but
learn from.
right now is the only time that any of us have.
You're kind of a fiduciary for 18 years,
Right.
Maybe more, but you're just trying
Pretty
to.
good.
You're just
Here's
trying.
money and legal advice.
No,
Not money, not money. I mean,
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Come on.
Here is money.
Yeah.
fiduciary in that, like, I'm trying to hand you tools. You figure out which one's going to work
I
for
get
your
it.
project.
I'm with you.
It's
All
a
right.
square peg round hole. You know, like you're
Yeah.
trying to like
Yeah.
figure out what's what.
Let's
Just
go.
be happy.
Same question.
So rather than just be like we each have our own, this should be like the I'm on a picnic game and we're gonna bring that and we're gonna bring what I say plus what you say because
yeah.
yeah exactly
Plus one.
like
but-
he took my
oh,
answer but
You can punch him.
We do
so
that a lot out here.
rather than do that I'm gonna say like we should probably these are all together collective.
Yes.
And so for mine, and I think about this a lot, is for my kids to be secure in an age of AI. And I absolutely love computers. I'm a nerd. I love AI. I love everything where it's going. But I think a lot about what are my kids going to do? What can they do to make a living in an age where computers can do an increasingly ever amount of tasks that would normally be
And they're being told this,
a
right? Like,
white collar job, right? I'm going to be a computer programmer. You probably don't want to be a computer programmer.
coding
right
game's
now.
going, yeah.
Because
Give
now,
it to AI,
like
right.
we got guys with 30 years of
You want to be an
programming
electrician, you want to be a
service
plumber.
that are on the sideline looking for
Serious,
jobs.
man.
So like
That's the game that's
I-
missing.
the thing I want the most for my kids right now is I just want them, you know, I want to be obviously successful and follow their passions, but I want them to be secure. I don't want them to be like the car on the side of the road that's broken down and they don't know how to pay for it.
Right.
You know, I want them to just make enough to live and have their own, you know, my wife and I feel like we have a great base and foundation and, you know, everything we've built, but and we went through a lot of hardships to get there and that's okay. Like that helped us grow up
Right, that's the
internally.
shape.
And I don't want them to
blocks.
not have any hardships. Don't get me wrong. Like I think that's how you grow, but I want them to be able to find something they can be successful at when I just truly know AI is going to take over everything we do, every meaningful task. Like it's, and if the people that can use it as a tool
It is crazy.
are going to succeed, like, and
It's crazy to be in this
I just,
time.
that's what I think about for them. I want them to be able to
like
find their own path
I like it.
with everything that's going on in the world and computer automation that's at just in infancy.
Well, dude, but it makes
Even
me
my own company and my job, I feel
Right.
like, man, in 20 years, my son says he wants to do what I do.
You're like,
And I'm like, oh, dude, like, I know your dad's like a good
Probably
example.
it
gonna
makes
do
me
it
think
better.
about being as like they came
I
up
don't
with
think your dad thinks you should do what dad does.
I don't know when you guys were born, but I think it was
82.
around the time I was born, which is 82.
77.
Right, but you're in this
Old
window of
mother-
Xennials.
Wow.
Xennial runs from 80.
Let me get you
like,
a cake.
Hey, what are we doing for your 50? All right,
God,
go
right? It's coming up. It's so scary.
but no, we are lucky to come from this time when there was all like rotary phones and pagers pre-internet. We're in a special group, right? You guys get that?
See them both.
Because we went from
We were there
adapting
before,
to this
yep.
to this to this, not just knowing this, but we had this crazy blend of technology, and we've maybe not mastered it all, but relied on it all and understood it all. Versus being like, I know computers, or like I know, you know what I mean? I never knew computers. Like
Right,
we came up when Google was like, dude, I remember Google when I was in high school. Like, what? You can
Right,
ask
but
it anything?
also like our dads and our grandfathers were like, yeah, I was in Vietnam.
And you go to the
I was
library
in
and read a
World
book.
War II, and
read a
like
fucking book.
you know, so okay, yeah, you get the internet, but like I was fighting for my country.
It's
So
just it's the change acceleration curve is so hot right now, and
That's what I mean.
I just want my kids like, oh, my daughter wants to be, you know, an environmental scientist, but I also want her to like be able to actually have a career in that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have my kids in AI classes over the summer, just little,
That's phenomenal.
just little stuff, just to teach them.
Yeah, embrace it. Don't reject it. 'cause
No,
it's,
this is-
it's consuming.
oh
the
my
future.
God,
it's,
this is it.
it's here.
I think
It is here.
Right.
AI is going to change the world, but there's plenty of opportunity with AI, and I think that
We'll see, but yes, there should be.
I just want it on the right side of the
plenty.
coin.
But what's funny is they keep talking about how it's not in electrical, it's not in plumbing, it's not in these hands-on tasks.
Oh, yeah.
In our
Go make a
lifetime,
living.
no, in our lifetime, especially
change,
new
maybe.
construction. I mean, they have machines that will lay bricks right now.
Dude,
They have
cement
machines that
houses,
will,
they
yeah,
print
cement
houses.
houses. Yeah,
I mean,
So
but
what
in
keeps
our
coming to my
lifetime,
mind, what keeps coming to my mind for some reason is like I pray my kids trust me enough to be themselves, and I guess what that means is my guidance to them is like without question that like no matter what I believe in or what I think in, you got to do your thing, and you got to become who you're going to become and believe what you're going to become or believe what you want to believe. But it's all gonna stem, like a lot of their thoughts are going to stem from what they hear me and my better half talking about, right? And their grandparents. But it's like I just pray that they trust me enough to know that there's unconditional love and trust to go do and be and make mistakes for whatever path they want to take, right? Which is scary as hell, especially as my kids get like approach this leaving grade school stage and going to middle school. It's like that's a phase, like go from nonverbal to verbal. There's been these phases, and for me, going from pre-K or not pre-K, what am I saying? Like grade school to middle school is this major phase. So as I enter this phase where they reason more and converse more, it's like I just pray and hope that, if that makes sense, that they
does.
trust me enough to become
does.
exactly who they're supposed to be. Because like my fear is that I inflect on them too much of my own thoughts.
you're
and-
saying like you want them to share who they are as a being with you. Or-
Yes, yeah, and not shy away from that, 100%. Because like that's the last thing at the end of the day I want them to be is like no matter how bad or good it is.
You don't want them to be
share
Brett's
it.
version of them. You
Right,
want them
and
to
without
be their
question.
version of
Right,
them.
right. I want them to take the good from me, not the bad. So it's like trust me enough to take my advice and ignore.
Well,
my
it's like
failures.
handing tools. It's like
Yeah.
what tool's going to work or not work. Throw it out if it doesn't work.
this is back to
Yes.
like, am I a good dad? Like,
Right,
am I a good
right.
dad? Do I teach them the right
Which
things?
is back
Do I-
to Dad's Club, reassuring all people that we're all trying to be great dads and people and husbands.
And our
it's
kids
like-
see that. Our kids see,
and
our
they can always
trying.
see it more.
And they
as
don't
the more-
always. It doesn't always register.
Right.
Sometimes it takes a while to be like,
And I think going to Dad's Club and doing that makes that even more apparent, right? Because it reaffirms, why am I going to Dad's Club? Yeah, it's to have a beer, but it's not to have a beer. It's to connect with these dads.
Yeah.
And then maybe have a beer or whatever, right? Like, as
do that.
silly,
Hopefully
as,
come
silly as
back-
that sounds, the beer. I'm
And-
just
well,
saying.
it's not even the
to
beer.
Come back a
It's
better
not
dad.
even
That's
the
what
beer.
I'm saying.
To come back a better dad.
Right, exactly. Like, that's for who wants it, who doesn't. It's not the point. It's more about, like, connecting with these dads and being like, we're all dads, we're all trying, we're all these young, innocent humans we're trying to shape. What's working, what's not, right? Like, what do you hear? What do you see?
Well, we're talking about AI, right? We're talking about the
Can you believe
computing
we're
power
sitting
of
here
AI.
talking about
Well, no, but
artificial
listen,
intelligence? Like,
listen.
what a trip.
The
Dude,
computing
if
power
you
of
run
AI.
into John Connor, protect that mother trucker. I swear.
The computing power
Some
of
kids
AI.
like, I'm John Connor. Like,
Right? Like, how can we combat it? We can't. But
Embrace
when,
it.
But when
Exactly.
we have a dad's club, when we get together with dads, we're increasing our computing power, right? Because we're getting experience from all these other people who are living, right? We're in the present. We're all bringing this experience together.
So one of the classes my kids was taking on an AI called Stable Diffusion. You guys ever use this?
Nope.
Never heard of it, bro.
Sounds great,
It's an
though.
image generator. So you can give it other images, you can give it words, and it was like a 4-week course on this image generating AI. And so my kids finished it. I'm taking the class too. I'm a little behind them. I try to listen to it on my commutes. And I told them as soon as we finish this class, meaning me, as soon as we finish it, we're going to do a contest. We're all going to come up with a topic. So there's me and my 3 kids. There's 4 of us. We'll have 4 topics. And so one might be the beach or the Frisbee or Limburg, or whatever you want. And then we're all going to make images for those topics. We're going to do a contest. I got $20 that I'm going to give out to the winner. Like we're going to give away some money
I love it.
to see who can use this new AI the best. And I already got some ideas for my winning pieces, because if I win, I get to keep the money.
Yes, I love it.
But like rather than just teach them, like, oh, here's a class, it's like, all right, let's use it, let's put it to work, let's try it. We're gonna have
And I
other
love the
people
I
grade
love
them,
the compete aspect too.
right? Winners
like,
and losers.
it's what life is about.
Back
Like
to,
not
Gladiator.
like youth sports,
And how
whatever.
you-
We're
how
all
you tying
getting
this in with
medals,
the
but
kids?
like
So I just tell them we got to do 15 minutes a day in this class, and so this isn't a paid activity.
What
I
do you mean
pay-
class?
It's an online
Okay.
AI class. And it teaches them about like DeepSeek and
It shows them what's happening in the
and like
meta
how
world.
to use it and the different
Yeah,
prompts
yeah.
and what the machine's looking for and what you need to tell
Dude,
it.
think about the kids that aren't getting that little bit of info.
I'm
I'm just saying, like,
I can't.
So let's go back to what we were talking about, is what you want for your kids. You said follow your passion. Is that
Yes.
correct?
yes.
You wanted stability, or
I want stability. Yeah, I want them just to be okay. I want them to just have a comfortable life, and so they can follow their passions.
yeah.
I just don't want them to be the family that is struggling on government assistance, that can't get the car running. God, that's where I grew up, and I've seen that, and I just want
I'm
them to
with
be
you. I
just
couldn't
to be
afford a
stable.
cheeseburger at one
totally,
point.
man.
just to be stable.
And I want them to know
God,
that, like,
that's-
home is the core of it all. Like, I want them to be able to have trust in family, and at the end of the day, know that, like, they're safe and
Know that
sound no
there's
matter
a
what.
place where there's unconditional love
Right.
for them to be
And my
themselves.
advice is not coming from anywhere but guidance to the future to be your own person.
So I love it. So you guys are building a pyramid.
What about you?
And
Yeah.
we're now
on
we
the
need you.
capstone right
We
now.
need- give us the capstone.
I've been thinking about this
Lot of
because
pressure.
the capstone is a lot of pressure.
No, you
And
got it, Levi.
For me, the capstone is to discern between shit that matters and shit that doesn't matter.
It's Jesus. Sorry.
But no, I mean, like, so there's a segue here that we're gonna go to Marcus in a minute.
I can't wait.
But for me, like, I agree with everything you guys just said. Is discern between the things that matter or don't matter, and how those affect you. And so now we're gonna go into Stoicism. We're going to. You borrowed a book from me called
did.
Meditations,
I did.
and we might have conflicting views on Marcus.
I think so. I don't know. We've
Did you
only
read it?
talked to it like slightly.
It's
we
my
haven't-
book.
We haven't talked deeply.
So once,
into it.
twice?
Yeah, I've read it once. All right, so Meditations was like the
Have
personal.
you read this yet?
Dude,
Sounds like we're
I'm
due.
not a good reader. I'll listen.
Oh, me neither.
I'll ear
right,
read.
all right.
Hey, listen, both of you guys listen to it after this
Yeah.
show, but
You mean
I
read
mean,
it.
it's a really big.
I'm an ear reader.
I'm too.
All right, so
I'm an ear reader.
100%.
Marcus Meditations. Marcus Aurelius. It's his personal journal.
And this is a 1700s cat?
This is
Oh,
a
this is
Roman
before-
Empire.
So what's what are we talking about? 15?
This is like, I don't know.
AD?
BC. This is BC.
No, this is long
Before
time
you
ago.
man-
Wow.
This is before you man Jesus.
Heavy.
All right. Reactions to Meditations.
So meditations, just for those of you who don't know, Marcus Aurelius was emperor of Rome.
Did you read the whole book on
I
your
did.
trip, bro?
I did.
Wait,
And
hold
it's
on. So,
Both or one?
wait. Calm
Like
down.
God damn it, Levi.
Odyssey?
Go ahead.
Calm down. So he goes away on vacation, does
Good.
all these things, spends hundreds of thousands of dollars.
wasn't
Literally,
quite that much, but
Kristen, hundreds of thousands of
wasn't quite that much. God, I wish.
Props to you to like finishing the book while doing all that.
Yes.
Because I take a shit ton of books with me and I don't even crack them open.
Right. I'm that dude.
But go for it. Reactions.
Okay, so Marcus Aurelius Meditations is something that I really, really wanted to read.
2 episodes.
I'm a bit of a stoic, and if you know what that is or you don't, it's not that big a deal. But it's basically putting one foot in front of the other and making things happen and living life right in the present. But he is one of the I don't even know what you call it. I mean, he was one of the
3 big pillars of Stoicism.
Of Stoicism. He wasn't the originator by any means, but he had a book called Meditations, which it wasn't even a book. It was his journals to himself, right? So these were the things that he was telling to himself. How can I become better every day? How can I put one foot in front of the other and make things happen and do the right things, right? And so I've heard all sorts of quotes, and I've kind of lived this life. I mean, I don't worry about what other people think. I try to get better every day.
Jump into your problems with it.
So my problems with it, I was really excited to read this book. Levi, he lent it to me. And one of the things that I wasn't expecting is I thought less of Marcus Aurelius after I read the book. And not in a way that I think less of him. I don't think he was a good man, great man, all those things. But just in reading the book and
Egotistical bitch.
and thinking about the whole thing, he was a Roman emperor, right? So like he was in charge of, he was like the highest of the high, the tip of the spear, like I say privilege, but he went through struggles, he went through all the things too, right? But as the Roman emperor, he doesn't have people telling him what to do. So all these ideas, which I love and I think are great, were a little bit tarnished because it's really easy to think that way when you're on top, right?
Mm-hmm. So
I mean, it is.
I think what you're saying is like Taylor Swift's great, but she had a great start with like $1 million in a recording studio from her father, type of thing.
Sure. All
You
those
can fly
things.
higher when you get launched that way.
So I think it was just a little bit tarnished, and I should have known this going in, right? I knew he was a Roman emperor. I knew all these things, but as I'm reading the book, I'm just thinking to myself, I love it. I love all the things that you're saying, but God, was that easy for you to say? That was really easy for you to say.
So my counterpoint.
Okay.
My counterpoint is, I'm happy to revisit the facts, but my counterpoint is that he didn't grow up knowing he was going to become Roman Emperor. He got adopted as a teenager or an early adult. Thank you, Brett, for correcting my posture.
Yeah, just finish your statement, please.
He got adopted by Hadrian, I think, to then become co-emperor with some other shitbag.
Right.
And he had to have the patience to like live with this co-emperor who was basically an inbred, and then eventually he goes away. But like, I think it gets lost on us that he was writing to himself.
Right.
To like, and he starts with, "I am thankful to my tutor, blah blah blah, because they taught me this."
And it's him.
And I'm thankful to so and so because they taught me this. So it was like an exercise in humility, but I get your point. Like, he was at the top of the Roman Empire. He had like all the laurels around him, right?
Right.
Right. But he also embraced the winter's training, which is that, like, if he sent his army out, he went out with them. He didn't sit comfortably back in Italy. Like,
He's out on the front line.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I'm gonna send my army there, I'm gonna be there as well.
Amen.
Listen, I don't not like him. Like, it's not like
Why do you hate him so much?
It's not like I read this book and I was like, oh, this guy's a real piece
He tried
of
his
shit.
best, bro.
It wasn't that.
You think he wanted to be born into that?
I think it was just the aura of like the build up that I had prior to this, hearing his quotes and looking at small fragments of what he had said in Stoicism, that I was just so jazzed up by, like, this is one of the greatest people ever to walk the face of the earth.
Really?
Right? Like, he gets it. He understands, like, because it's the humility. It's like, hey, I am not special, right? Like, I am not special. This is not I have to walk the same path that everybody else has to walk. But if I work on getting better a little bit each day, then that's what I have the ability to do to change my life, to change the things that are going on.
I got an analogy. It's like people who think that George Bush or King George have great painting skills. It's like, yeah, well, you have a shit ton of free time, and it's not that great. Like an 8th grader could do that.
Well, and if you put enough eyes on something, they'll be like, yeah, it's amazing.
No, it's attributing value to something because of their name rather
Sure.
than
Right.
their actual work.
Because of reference.
Right, so I don't want anybody to think that I was like, oh yeah, Mark. He doesn't.
Do you think
suck.
you're
fighting
Marcus?
words.
Do you think you're Marcus
It was
yourself?
fantastic.
They were fighting words.
And I mean, I honestly like those principles, whether I call it stoicism, like those are the principles that I have in life.
Yeah.
Right? Like that is my makeup. Right? That is what I'm about. Like, hey, you know what? I don't care what they think. I don't care what you think. Like the only thing that I have in front of me is what I can control, right? And so I need to try to make myself better tomorrow than I was today.
When you come across
If you
it,
do that, you're living,
when
bro.
you when you
You're
come
living.
across, when you come across that, it's not so much that you're discovering a universal truth that you always knew was there. Like when you discover something that's a universal truth, you're like, oh,
Wrestling
yes.
is fake.
All right, go for
All
it.
right, back to the bibble babble. All
right,
right,
here we go.
come on.
Tell you what, I really appreciate you guys having me.
God,
this has been awesome. I got a lot more stories to tell. If I'm lucky, I'll get to come back. But
Ship of fools.
can we end it in a toast?
I hope so.
Can we do that?
Yes.
We'll
All
try.
right,
We'll try.
So
our
check
best.
this out. There are good ships, and there are wood ships,
Heavy.
and there are ships that sail the seas. But the best ships are friendships, and may they always be.
I love it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cliggity, cliggity,
He's the
boys.
ship. Thank you.
Stay tuned,
Well
motherfuckers. Leave But tell me why. No, don't pour my fucking whiskey out.
So my battery died and we missed the cheer.
Are we on record?
All right,
Did you hit record?
That's worthy. That's
Did I
worthy.
hit
thought Jimmy
record?
wanted to like say
No,
something
I'm like,
again.
no, we have to have
we're
that
recording.
cheers. That cheer, I don't
yeah,
know when we lost
go
it.
for-
All
go
right,
for
sorry.
it.
Hey. Can I end this in a toast?
Will you shut
Yeah.
up with your
Yes.
bibble babble bullshit?
Is this how these? I don't know.
No. Get that.
Mine's red. Is it supposed to be blue?
What are you, my grandma over here, trying to tell me some fucking advice
Hold
about
on.
something?
Hold on. Let's do this
We're all
right.
going red, blue. What's going on?
I don't know.
Red, blue.
I don't know.
Is that Levi folds the arms out of the chair.
Wow,
and
it's
waxes
red,
the
blue.
fucking-
Do we have to connect it?
It needs
somehow?
to be blue.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
Bluetooth. Do you have to Bluetooth?
None of that gold was on.
Fuck you up.
I got a blue. You got a blue?
Party,
I'm blue.
rat
I'm blue.
bastards.
Are you blue?
Did you hit record?
I've always been blue. I'm born
Come
blue.
on, Levi. Let's go.
Born blue.
In a
veiny.
blue house with a blue window.
Are you connecting a pair of
Blue
I'm
is the
blue.
color.
Dot do dow dow.
Not necessarily. You show
Hey,
me
Modern
the-
Dads Club. Like,
Because you're
this is what it's all about right here. Right? People figuring it out.
Post pod.
Birthday
With
boy.
Robert Todd.
I love it. Birthday boy right here. Post pod. All right, hey everybody, hey. We are. Hey, this is like after the podcast. Emily's here. Hold on.